The Berenstain Bears and the Bully. Stan and Jan Berenstain. The Berenstain Bears and the Bully. If a cub gets beat up, that's usually when he/she vows to make sure it doesn't happen again. The Berenstain Bears and a Bully. Stan and Jan Berenstain. One day, Mama and Papa and Brother Bear were busy in the yard when Sister Bear was coming home crying. Her face was scratched and dirty. Her clothes were torn. "What happened to you?" asked Mama. "Please tell us," said Papa. Brother couldn't believe how beat up Sister looked. Her jumper and her blouse were torn. Her face and her fur were a mess. Even her pink bow was drooping. "Did you fall?" asked Mama. Sister shook her head. "No." "Was there an accident?" said Papa. Once again, she shook her head no. "I think I can tell you what happened," said Brother. "It looks to me like someone beat her up." "Beat her up? That's outrageous," said Papa. "Who in the world would beat up my sweet little cub, a sweet little cub like Sister?" asked Mama. "A bully might," said Brother. That was when Sister dropped crying, long enough to get some words out. But Brother was right," she sobbed. "A no good, nasty, rotten bully beat me up, and for no reason." Just the thought of it made her so angry, and she started to cry all over again. Mama and Papa helped Sister up the steps and into the house. After a drink of water, she calmed down enough to tell them what had happened. "Lizzie, Quinny, and I were playing tag at the playground when this new cub, a no-good bully named Tuffy, stuck out a foot and tripped me. So I got up and said, 'Why don't you watch where you put your feet?' Before I knew it, what was happening, it was pow, bam, wah, blam, and I was flat on my back with Tuffy character sitting on my chest, rubbing dirt in my face." "Outrageous," roared Papa. "Where's my hat? I'm going out over to the playground," and Mama pulled Papa aside. You're going to do no such thing," she said. "But something has to be done," Papa said. "Indeed, it does," agreed Mama. "But right now we have to take care of Sister." She turned to call, "Brother, would you please get me a wet washcloth?" "Where's Brother?" Lizzie and Queenie were still at the playground when Brother got there. I've got a knuckle sandwich for some bully named Tuffy," he said. "Where is he?" "Brother," said Lizzie. "I think that there's something you oughta—" "Never mind the small talk," he growled. "Just point him out and get out of my way." Lizzie shrugged and pointed at the small girls' building that housed the boys' bathroom. The small building that housed the boys' bathroom and the girls' bathroom. But there was no one there. No one that is but a little girl who was coming out of the girls' room. But hold everything. The little girl was wearing a t-shirt that said Tuffy. "You're Tuffy?" said Brother. "Yeah," she said. "Want to make something of it?" "But you're a girl," said Brother. "What did you expect me to be, an eggplant?" said Tuffy. Brother Bear was shocked right down to his very bones. The big bully, he was going to clean up the playground with was not only a girl, but a little girl like that, but a little girl like that. Maybe even a bit smaller than sister. When Lizzie and Queenie came over to watch, Tuffy figured out who Brother was. "Hey," she said, "you must be the big brother of little Miss Pink Hairbow. She got fresh, so I cleaned her clock. Want to make something out of it?" That was exactly what Brother wanted to do, but there was no way he could hit a girl. If he did, then he'd be the bully. It was all he could do to turn away and leave. "Chicken, just like your sister," yelled Tuffy. Brother headed home, hands in pockets, staring at the ground. Something had to be done, but what? As he passed the school, Brother got an idea. But he would have to hurry. It was Friday afternoon, and the school would be closing for the weekend. He hoped Mr. Grismeyer, the gym teacher, hadn't left yet. When Brother got home, he was carrying something in a big bag. Instead of going in the front door, he quickly opened the side hatch and dropped the bag into the cellar. Then he closed the hatch and rejoined the family by going in the front door. Where have you been?" asked Mama. "We've been having a family meeting." I was just checking out the playground," Brother said. "And no doubt you found out Tuffy is a girl," said Mama. "We've been discussing the situation, and we have decided that the best thing to do for sister is to do simply to avoid the awful Tuffy person. Then you'll be at school and you can keep an eye on sister. What do you think of the plan?" "It's okay," said Brother, "but sister, the one thing that got beat up, what do you think?" "It's okay, I guess," sister said, "but what I'd really like to do is punch that Tuffy's nose right in through her face, and then kick her in the shin and knock her down. And now, sister," said Mama, We've been through all that." "Good," thought Brother. "Sister and I are going on the same wavelength." Before dinner, Brother passed Sister a note. It said, "Important, meet me in the cellar at 7 o'clock. The first thing Sister saw when she showed up for the secret meeting was one of Mama's bean bags with a drawing on one of Mama's big bags of dried beans sitting on a stool. There was a drawing of a face marked Tuffy taped on it, and Brother was standing beside it holding a bag that had gotten at school. He also had a book that... "What was all this about?" asked Sister. "It's about that Tuffy character, that you not getting beat up again," Brother said. "Sounds good so far," said Sister. "Mama's bag of beans is a punching bag," Brother said. "A punching bag named Tuffy," said Sister. "Perfect." She gave the beans a pretty good punch. "Not bad," said Brother. "What's in the other bag?" said Sister asked. "Boxing gloves," Brother said. "And this book is called The Art of Self-Defense." "Where did you get all the stuff?" asked Sister. "From Mr. Grismeyer. I told him I had a friend who was having trouble with a bully. We've got it just for the weekend. It goes back on Monday morning. Then what are we waiting for, Sister asked. Let's get started. Sister turned out to be pretty good, good student of the art of self-defense. With brother's help, she learned the left jab, the right cross, and the left hook, and the uppercut. And she also learned to duck. And she punched Mama's dried beans silly. Well, you learned quite a lot over the weekend, brother said. On Monday morning. But there's something very important for you to remember. You still have to avoid Tuffy. She's a mean little thing. She was even ready to take me on. Don't worry, sister. I can still feel where she socked me in the jaw. Sister did a good job at avoiding Tuffy. She avoided her all day Monday and all day Tuesday. But at recess Wednesday, Tuffy did something so mean and nasty that Sister just had to do something. Tuffy was throwing stones at a baby bird that couldn't fly yet. Stop, you bully, shouted Sister. You'll hurt that baby bird. Well, isn't it little Miss Pink Hairbow, said Tuffy. You know something? I'd much rather hurt you. She rushed at Sister with her hard little fist ready, but Sister was ready too. She had her left out and her right up, protecting her jaw. When Tuffy threw a hard right, Sister ducked and hit her square in the nose, right cross. That quickly, Tuffy found herself sitting on the ground with a bloody nose. And almost that quickly, one of the recess teachers swooped down on Sister and Tuffy, pulled them into the school, and sat them in the principal's discipline bench. Sister's mind was blurry, mix of pride and that she had protected a baby bird, and shock. She was sitting in the principal's famous discipline bench, but she was even more shocked when she saw that Tuffy was crying. What are you crying about? I only hit you once, Sister said. I'm not crying about that, said Tuffy. Then why are you crying? Then what are you crying about? Sister couldn't help wondering what would make a cub so tough and mean as Tuffy cry. If the principal tells my mom and dad about this, said Tuffy, I won't be able to sit down for a long time. Sister, here, thought Sister, here's a cub who maybe gets to hit a lot at home. Maybe that's why she likes to hit other cubs at school. But Sister didn't think about that for long. She was too worried about what was going to happen to her. Mr. Honeycomb, the principal, was very strict about fighting. The way it turned out, one of the other recess teachers had seen the whole thing and told Honeycomb that Sister was trying to protect a little baby bird. So Mr. Honeycomb let Sister off with a warning. As for Tuffy, the principal didn't call her parents, but she did lose a week of recess, and she had to visit the school psychologist twice a week for quite a while. The end.